good evening, good afternoon, morning, wherever you're watching from. My name is Arnold, and this evening we have a human engineer once again. Alex, you're most welcome to this show.
Thank you very much, Mr. Arnold.
Yes, we're happy to have you.
Anytime.
As always, I'm always excited whenever we host you here because you are the human engineer, the expert on mindset, and the last time I had you here, we were talking about this initiative that you have started, ACMI.
ACMI.
And according to the books, the write-ups, ACMI is a human engineering and mindset transformation entity dedicated to building emotionally intelligent, responsible, and purpose-driven people. Now, as much as I've read it, and as much as we talked about it in detail in our previous video, if you have, if you're not around last time, you can still watch part 1 of this subject, this conversation, on our YouTube channel, the Constructive Mindset Initiative channel. However, for purposes of someone who has just tuned in right now, Alex, can you again tell us briefly about this initiative and how you came about it?
Thank you very much, Arnold. It's a new initiative, but on the subject of mindset, I've been around. You know me, some people know me. It goes way back, and you can't go back to defining mindset. I think it's the way somebody thinks. I told you that somebody called it the engine that drives why people do what they do, and I was referring to my professor, Dr. Carol Drake. Drake said that it's a long-held perception, someone's long-held perception about something or about themselves. Let me see. So, mindset is the engine that drives why people do what they do. It's the engine that drives why a nation becomes what it is, why a person becomes what they are, why a marriage becomes what it is, or a relationship, or a government entity, name it. Because it's from the way we think, it's from the way we feel, it's from the way we behave that things come to pass.
Oh, okay.
And this initiative is, you said it, that it is aimed at building an emotionally intelligent, responsible, and purpose-driven people or generation. And when you look at our role or what we'll be doing with all the versions and the packages that we have, we'll be aiming at reprogramming our beliefs, people's beliefs and attitudes and thoughts and behavior, so that people can live and relate and work and maybe serve better. And if we can achieve that, for us as an initiative, we'll be good to go.
Okay. Now, obviously, you have mentioned something. The core reason why we are here is the packages that you have as ACMI prepared for the general public.
Maybe the belief. I wanted, before we leave, somebody should get to know about what we believe.
Could you kind of briefly talk about the core belief of ACMI?
The belief is that when we change the mind, you don't find it in that write-up, but when we change the mind, we change the person. And when we change the person, we change families. And we change families, we change what?
Nations change.
Nations change. You know?
I loved it. I was going to ask you about it.
So these all other nitty-gritties and wheelbarrow of things not working is because we are either working less on the mind, or we have not given it enough time, and that's why we're coming up with that initiative to see if we can really put a break on transformation. And national transformation at that. Good enough we hear our president and other efforts being put across, reduce livelihood, Bonaba Gagaware, PGM, what else do we have? Education, UPE, sanitation, things to do with gender equality, things to do with gender-based violence, things to do with keep Kampala clean, keep Kampala city clean.
Yes.
You know, all that are aiming to bring the good in society and in humanity can be helped by
You talked
changing
about
the
keep
mind.
Kampala clean,
Yes.
and just remembered that recently
Mm.
KCCA decided that
Enough is enough.
Enough is enough. All vendors who have been working on the streets of Kampala have been asked to please vacate the streets and find space in the markets. Which markets have been there, and apparently the vendors were not excited about that drive. However, I want you to explain to me, because we know cities outside.
Yep.
We've traveled several times, and we know that there are cities outside there that are very clean, neat,
Well planned, maybe if you
well-planned,
will say.
in fact, when we talked about it, when this KCCA drive came through, I was excited to see how it is going to work out, because earlier, about a couple of years ago, they actually launched, they established a street where they said this space is for pedestrians only, people who want to walk, and they wanted to clear the air, because you know downtown is very congested, and they wanted to make that place a bit, you know, like let people walk, let them ride bicycles, but
It would have helped. It remind me about something I know about. It was a write-up that was talking about people being obese and having diabetes and what.
Which are lifestyle
The write-up,
diseases,
it was saying that obesity runs in your family because nobody runs. So we may be suffering on fatigue and all that because we don't have somewhere specifically planned for a healthy lifestyle.
So as a person, what I wanted to understand, so on the side, but you can just give us your view. How did you perceive that? What do you think about that?
Whole Kampala thing. I think it's the best. It's the best. Yes, you know, development comes with. It always comes with some little pain.
Yes.
You have to crack the whip somewhere somehow, and it shouldn't be, because some people should be made aware. You make an awareness that we need to create a clean city. We need to develop like any other cities.
Okay.
So
just briefly, why do developed cities have citizens that will drop garbage in dustbins along the street, whereas I've seen in Kampala someone finishes drinking water and tosses a mineral water bottle
he's like
onto the street.
That's not my job. My job is to buy a drink and finish it up.
Is that a mindset thing that can be changed? Is it? Can you say that once someone is old, they can no longer be?
It can't be any other thing.
It
can't be any. I cut you short because it can't be any other thing other than the way somebody thinks.
They need to change their mind.
They think it's not my duty to have a clean city. Definitely, they are not aware. Maybe they have grown up into an environment where everything is ramshackled and untidy. So
if ACMI were to be given the opportunity to either advise or take over the responsibility of working on a city that is clean and neat, what would you do to, apart from enforcement, because we know that enforcement is always the first thing that people do, and also there's sensitization, but what is the one thing, if you were to do one thing that would work out and you think if we did this, definitely people would
with change.
Being responsive.
Yeah,
What is the one thing
I
that
think
you do?
of course we may not need the responsibility. It should be a joint effort. But excuse me, uh, for ours is to make an awareness. And then you see there is this ABC, awareness before change. If people are aware
Awareness
that,
before change.
yeah, awareness before change.
Mm.
And being exemplary, being responsible, like we are trying to insist. That we have to create a generation or a people who are responsible and purpose driven. What do you need when you need to create? Last time I talked about life being an opportunity to create meaning,
Yes.
the meaning of a nice looking city and well planned family or a program like this. Give an opportunity.
Yeah.
I would say uh, much an awareness needs to be created on that line of knowing that when you plant a garden, whether it's flowers on outside the road or a park, or when you are doing a road, do it well to the maximum, do it above average, so that and the ones implementing, because like you find here on one package for public servants or leaders, that governments make policies, but those policies are implemented by people. And we are saying that if people have wrong thoughts or thinking or minds, definitely the whole thing will be messed up. And that's where we come in, saying that when governments do their part of making policies, and those policies are met with well straightened up mindsets or constructive ones, with responsible implementers, we just need to have that mixed up, and then we have a clean city.
Okay,
Then we
thank
have
you very much.
services being delivered in the right time and in the right way.
Okay. We have come to talk about the packages that ACM has.
Yes.
And I will be mentioning one thing, one area, and then you will give me one example, just one example
Yes.
of what uh, uh, what ACMI will come in to do.
Yes.
And as we delve into that, let me first ask you something. Take me through the mind of someone who is in the streets of Kampala. Is a taxi driver.
Yes.
Has been around Kampala driving taxis
For 24 years or 50.
24 years.
Whatever time here. We started yesterday.
Yes. No, we have talked about someone who has driven these taxis. He has been in the Kampala. There have been so many initiatives about, keeping Kampala clean.
Yeah.
Ever since, the Sebagara's time, when he was still a mayor, the late Sebagara.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And there have been initiatives, but still you find that still people are dropping garbage
alongside.
wherever they find. Now, take me through. ACMI has come in. He has found this person, and I want you to take me through the process of transforming that person to when he will know that there are three garbage bins. This one is for plastic. You know how climate change and
all that stuff that comes around with it. Yeah. I mean, if I get you,
yes.
because we may not have time, we can talk about all this subject until cows come home. Now, first of all, on our packages, the systems we think we should give to people, if we shall have much of these
yes,
encounters.
I just want you to talk about that briefly.
See, we have a package, the one we call the personal reprogramming system. Or people reprogramming system. That's our flagship program that talks about why we do what we do. Where do our thoughts come from? How do we create minds? How our mind is set. Because let me tell you, I saw this one in here. We talk about why you think the way you do. The stories you tell yourself as a taxi driver, the inner voice that tells you, this has gone to the dogs. We talk about breaking bad habits, thinking through the other person's eye. Talk about the
We've seen these vendors.
Hey.
They have been told, go back to the market, go back to the market, go back to the market. Now, until KCCA came, they would not shift, they would not move an inch. Until when KCCA came and said, okay, now you're going to go by force. Now this is enforcement. Does it always have to come to enforcement?
No.
If you are a mindset person, is there, can you say that you can actually change someone's mindset and a vendor's mindset until he goes off the street by himself?
I have a feeling that like we inserted in that belief that we have, that when the mind is changed, the person is changed. And when the person is changed, his family is changed, the way of doing business is changed. And before you know it, it changes the environment, the society, or the community, and then the nation. Which means we have these programs on radios. You said when you look at TikTok and what it is spreading, most of it, some of it is important, development information, but much of it, it's just laughter and fun. But if you can have such an education put on TVs, I was the other day I was talking about having a mindset talk round table. We shall create one for ACMI, that people get to listen to why they should do good or be in an organized city. You said that when you look at the way people behave at workplaces. Hatred that is in there, people don't want to cooperate. This one said, this is not my job, for me I stop from here. Irresponsibility, so they work. So we are thinking, even the vendors we're talking about, if the shopkeepers know that they are territory, they stop here and they advertise their things, but they do business from here up to here. The rest no goes on. It means even the shopkeepers should be there because they are the ones coming out. So it means the whole thing started, the fish starts dying from the head. So when we make an awareness and say, people look here, we are trying to make sure we create something that does not entertain safety. For the safety of your lives and property, let's protect this space. And you mean it. And you don't take bribe when you have come to implement that. You saw the reason why we need it. I have a feeling that with time, change takes time, because we've just done that for a few weeks that we have now.
And the city is
I think vendors and all these strange that the city or things not being made straight is happening because we have not taken responsibility. We have not, I always tell people, we go out and make check only to have policies on paper, but on the ground it's a little bit tight.
Is it the implementers to blame, or even
the ones, the beneficiaries also they are not to blame, but they are to take part. It should be a whole round. It can't be a one-person thing. So that is what ACMI is coming to make sure it brings to light.
Okay, so thank you very much, man engineer, for your insight on that. Now, like I said, I'm going to mention an area. Then you give me just one example, just a brief of some of the packages that you have.
Because of time,
now,
see it's getting
first, relationships.
Yeah.
We are saying the pain people feel, there's conflict, mistrust, emotional distance.
Yeah.
What is my ACMI
going
to do to fix that?
So, of course, it's all about fixing the perception and the communication there in a relationship. What do you perceive? The other day, was it last night? I was watching some TV station and the program about men, and there was this Andrew Man and his group. They were talking about Panito something. signing something before you go to a relationship, that if there ever be a divorce, you will stop here, or take this, don't touch this. Can you imagine? Hey, whatever that is, you know it. You can't go into such an agreement and then think this will last. The prophecy will come true, because you'll be saying, oh, why is it that he's attempting to be divorced? So the perception that people go with in a relationship has to be tamed. The type of communication, even the fear. Right? People go and they have cocoon. They're just plastic or over. So we're saying, how about you come out to life? You show your true colors from the word go, and say, I don't drink, or I drink a lot, or I come from here, or I have this much. I always meet young people when I'm talking with them on this relationship thing, and I say, know who you are, know what you want, and know what you don't want, and then where to find it, and then go for that. So, and if you don't have a car, don't say I want somebody who has a car. If you're not beautiful, don't say for me I want a beautiful. You want somebody with $100 million or millions savings on the account. Do you have them? You want somebody from a good family? Are you coming from a good family? If you are, then that's okay. But it shouldn't. That perception about relationships has to be straightened for us to have well put relationships.
Parenting.
What about it?
People are disobedient, people are fearful, and we have also entitled children.
Yeah, on that entitled children, that is the I think as SCMI, you only have to work on the beliefs. Beliefs of saying, for me, I suffered, I don't want my kids to suffer now, or beliefs, my dad handled me with an iron hand, now I should also screw you. Belief that now we have .com, everyone must have an iPad, or go to TV for 10 hours, and people and the kids believe that, and they grow with like, don't touch my remote, it's my turn. So that kind of entitlement. My dad is working for me, I will take on the land, so I don't need to work much. You go to the course beds, bed covers, you be there. Hey, the house guys, come and wash my underpants. What are you talking about? The place, you get what I'm saying?
Yes, I do.
So we're saying, if you are parenting, I have my son champion and my daughter star.
Yes,
It's a lot of work, but I'm saying that with this CMI, together we can look at how far should we go on tightening the nuts, or we call it what? Loosen. As far as disciplining is concerned, you spare the road.
Okay, let's talk about marriage.
Yes.
Marriage is an institution. We find people are stressed.
Yes.
There's blaming each other, and then emotional disconnect.
Emotional disconnect.
Yes. What will SCMI? If you come into the marriage institution, how are you going to try to tackle some of these?
Sure.
Yes.
Of course, the blame, stress. What else is there?
Emotional
distance. Emotional distance. People are in a marriage, but they are worlds apart. Yes, we are all different, but we have a feeling. If you are married, we hope that you are one. So there has to be the models of love. They have languages that will bring to you to tell you that you can't allow stress. You can't allow you can't allow yourself to stress the other person. Or where does that stress come from? Why do you have to blame somebody? The other day I was talking about you come and then you remove your shirts and shoes and stockings and put there. You give your relatives money without consulting me. You leave the toilet not clean. you leave the bed not clean, you come at night, you drink alcohol, and somebody is stressed and they blame. Instead of blaming, how about you came on a round table and talk about these things as mature people? When we talk about that, then that's another problem again. And it's a problem of communication, and that's what we fix. We should, that initiative should fix. You just need to have that. It's a whole lot of course that we take. We need to take people into and see how we can fix that.
Okay then, thank you very much, human engineer. When we come back next time, we will tackle some of the other subjects like service delivery
Yes.
and personal growth. Otherwise, for now, thank you very much, the viewer, and join us next time as we again host the human engineer. Thank you for sharing.
And on a park, anytime.
Thank you for sharing.
Anytime.
Your views, and
Yes.
you know, I know you're a busy person, but you decided to come, and that is responsibility.
Yes, of course, for mindset and the way it has made things become, I can't get busy because that's one of my passion, and I'll be all ears and give attention to this and see if we can help myself, I help you, I help community, we help each other. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Mr. Arnold.
You subscribe, and I've been your host Arnold, and this is the human engineer. There's no one else in Uganda called the human engineer except this gentleman.
Thank you very much. You can turn it out.